Good morning, family. Listen, I want to say this right here. As I was just sitting out here doing what I do, I was just reflecting on some things. And you know what came to my spirit? I want to share this, especially for my young people. Um, and I guess older as well, because, as we grow and mature, we learn some things we learn based off of things that we have gone through, right? Through establishing relationships and connections with other people. But one thing I want to say is very important. Whenever you find that someone who is supposed to be a friend to you or someone who's very closely connected to you, even if it's certain business relationships, don't ever get to the place where you find yourself comfortable or you're allowing someone staying close to someone who has made friends with your enemies, right? You can never you can never trust someone wholeheartedly, and we all human beings, all of us are flawed anyway. Even the very persons who is close to you sometimes will disappoint you, right? But they love you enough to not try to hurt and destroy you. But anytime you have or you're establishing a friendship or connection with somebody, you're thinking about doing business with somebody, save yourself the heartache. Don't ever try to go into business with anybody or do business with someone who's supposed to be a friend, but they now have made friends with your enemies, right? And even if they may not know who your enemies are, but over time this you have someone that may have become close to you, and you see that they are learning more about your life, and just out of the blue randomly you see them um, bringing up so and so's name, someone who you know that really does not like you at all, or you see them connecting with an individual who you know doesn't like you or has tried to harm you or spread lies on you or done something against you in some type of negative way. Staying close to someone who has that connection, that person may have not done nothing to you personally, and you may have not done nothing to them personally, and they may have been very nice and very kind, and it may have been vice versa. But what's happening is the enemy will use that individual, and sometimes they can be crafty and very manipulative in their own minds as well. Sometimes when somebody can be hiding their envy and jealousy, they can strategically try to get close to other people who don't like you or do things to pull you into a way to just crush your spirit. And what'll happen is, if you don't eliminate that connection or try to start distancing yourself from that individual who you see the enemy is using to now try to triangulate your enemy or bring your enemy back into proximity to you, or triangulate you in a way with somebody that they know don't like you, the enemy can use them to constantly sow seeds of confusion into your life, right? Because now it's like, you know that they're connected to your enemy, but they've never done anything to you. So over time, certain things will be said, certain things they can do to, and it may make you feel like, wait a minute, I know I don't want to act weird with this individual. They've never done anything to me. But over the period of time, they'll be constantly sowing confusion in your spirit. Well, I wonder if, you know, are they talking about me behind my back? Or I wonder, are they strategically doing this to try to hurt me because they know what I have been dealing with over here? And what I've been dealing with over here, I've been fighting against over here. They're now saying stuff to try to make me second guess my actions, or make me second guess something about myself, or what I already know, or who I've distanced myself from. You know, it just sows seeds of confusion in your spirit, in your mind. And we know who is the author of confusion, right? God is not the author of confusion. And anything God ordained, it is not going to break, constantly um, keep sowing these seeds of uncertainty and making you second guess or question yourself. So save yourself the trouble, the heartache. Anytime you know that someone has now befriended those who have been an enemy to you, or someone who has been an enemy to you, whether they have done anything to you or not, you can even have a direct conversation with them and let them know, listen, I see how you're moving. You never done anything to me, but simply because you have that friendship over there, that's your friend, that's my enemy. And I don't want, we need to bring this to a close or bring this to an end. Not that you've done anything to me. I'm not upset with you. I wish you the best, but that's just not how I move. Whenever you are connected to my enemy, I know what I have been through. I know the experiences that I have had in life. And I just don't want to go back down that route. So I'd rather move into a way where I don't have to constantly be reminded, or of my enemy, or just randomly may bump up into them just by me being connected to you, or have you invite me to things where I know they're going to be there. And I just want to close that chapter of my life, because I know what I've gone through, and it has nothing to do with you. And if they don't come from and if they're not trying to be malicious, they won't try to force you to stay in that type of connection. They will respect that. That's your boundary. You've already said what you said. You just want to close that chapter of your life. You don't want to be connected to somebody that constantly reminds you of someone who has been an enemy to you, of the things that you have previously gone through. You want to open a new chapter of your life and continue moving in peace and love and joy. You don't want to keep having your spirit reminded of the dark things, or the wicked things that have happened to you. You want to grow and continue growing in the right direction, and just let the past be the past, right? And so that's just my little 2 cents. Don't try to make friends with people who or don't allow people to get close to you who've made friends with your enemy. And if you see somebody who's moving in that way, if you shared things with them, and now, or if you shared something with them, and over some time you notice that the things that you've shared with them, they're bringing those things back up in conjunction, connecting with somebody who is, or saying stuff in a way to somebody who you used to be connected with, they're bringing those things back up in a way as if they forgot what you have told them, right? Or they're saying things to you, to try to act like they're acting like they just don't remember, or they're just oblivious. Or do you know so and so? And it could be something way old that you have discussed, but they're bringing it back up to you, and it means like, yeah, I told you I don't rock with them like that. I do know them. I told you what I've gone through, and they might be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Stuff like that. That all that does, it just sows a seed of confusion in your spirit. Then when you go and you be by yourself, it'll be like, dang, now that, you know what I'm saying? You could have been vibing so high, but now that makes you feel some type of way, right? You don't need that keep pulling on your spirit. That's a negative energy. That's toxicity. That's the way the devil trying to use the avenue to open a door, because he know he can't get, certain people can't get close to you. So you know what I'm saying? If you've got yourself guarded, if you got boundaries, if you're doing good in life, you're confident, you're focused. See, he's got to try to find a way to get that door, to find a crack to get back to you, so he can start back tugging on your heart again. And we go through too much in this world anyway to just establish friendships that are just not solid. And somebody who is friends with your enemy is not a solid individual. Somebody who's trying to play both sides, trying to smile in your face and also be good with these people over here, that's a messy individual. They like stuff like that. Some people thrive off of that. And some people, they'll sit and they'll watch you, they'll listen to everything you say, and then they'll try to find a way to connect with somebody, or connect with somebody that's connected with somebody who's connected with those that don't like you. You see what I'm saying? And over time, that'll be something that they continuously work on, because they're messy. And then when they want to bring you down a notch, or when they want to throw a wrench in your parade or on your joy, they'll do something or say something that's real shady, or that just crushes your spirit in a way that makes you feel so down and so sad. And that was their goal, right? People are like that in this world. So anytime you see somebody moving with those who made themselves an enemy to you, you move the other way. That's all I'm saying. Save yourself the heartache, baby. Save yourself the heartache. I don't care how nice and friendly somebody can be to you. When you see them moving with your enemies, you don't got to make them an enemy. And you can respectfully let them know, listen, I see how you roll or how you operate. And I just don't want us to go any further in this friendship, or I don't want to establish this type of friendship. I'm not going to try to tell you what to do in your life. You never done nothing wrong with me, but it's just some things about my past, or some people in my past who haven't been really good to me, or some people who I know who don't really have the heart for me. They don't really like me. And I don't want me being connected to you could put me in the atmosphere of those people, and I just don't want that type of connection. It's something similar like that. Nobody not going to try to force you to be in a place or atmosphere that you don't want to be in, if they really mean well, and if they don't mean you no harm. I'm not moving with nobody personally that moves with people that I know don't like me. It's just not wise, right? That's just my little 2 cents. Y'all have a blessed day. I love you. I just wanted to share that, and I got it all off my chest. Have a blessed day now.